Hi there. Welcome back to Professor Snyder's Music Biz News. What is AI creep? Well, here is one definition from an article about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and AI governance, an unlikely alliance. Artificial intelligence, with its rapid advancements, has revolutionized numerous industries, from healthcare to finance. AI systems transform how we work and live. However, this progress comes with its challenges, particularly in the realm of intellectual property. AI can create art, music, and even deep fake videos, blurring the lines between original and synthetic content. This phenomenon, often called AI creep, poses a significant threat to artists and creators who strive to maintain control over their work. And one of the earliest mentions of AI creep I could find was way back, and it seems like forever in AI dog years, in 2022, just as ChatGPT came out. AI has now slipped into everyday life, and we seem less guarded about its use. Its insidious and pervasive nature is less obvious, and we are experiencing what might be best described as AI creep. And according to Perplexity, in other words, the AI that I use for doing research, the phrase AI creep, used informally from 2024 onward to describe subtle encroachments in the music industry, refers to the gradual, pervasive spread of generative AI into all aspects of music creation, production, distribution, and consumption, often bringing unintended side effects, dilution of authenticity, and new risks for musicians and listeners. This is also true even in academia. Troy University's music department see an AI creep into classrooms as students are using AI to compose music, which is difficult to read because AI is creating it and not humans. In the last couple of weeks, we've seen more AI creep pop up, like the Udio-UMG partnership. And this. Want to register machine-made works with PROs? Feel free. As BMI, Ascap, and Socan, which is the Canadian PRO, alike have updated their policies to accept compositions partially generated by AI. A performing rights organization represents copyrighted musical works of songwriters, composers, and music publishers. A PRO provides businesses using music the ability to obtain a license granting blanket authorization to use the music it represents in exchange for license fees. The PRO then distributes those fees as royalties to its affiliated songwriters, composers, and music publishers. The lawsuit by the labels against Suno and Udio claims they train their AI models on copyrighted recordings of songs, not the music itself, such as lyrics and melody and so forth. That's not saying that scraping those elements of a song is okay. On October 18th, 2023, a group of music publishers, Universal Music Group, Concord Music Group, and Abco Music, sued Anthropic PBC, a tech company that released its AI model Claude. The publishers argue that this chatbot regurgitates significant portions, and in some cases the entire portion, of original copyrighted lyrics when prompted by users. Back to the PRO announcement. I'll post the link to the joint announcement on my sources blog that I'll mention in the comments below. Music gatekeepers open the door for AI, but humans keep the keys. And here's some key points. ASCAP, BMI, and Socan, the Canadian PRO, will now register and pay royalties for partially AI-generated music, provided it involves a human-led creative process. The new music policy requires a human to be the driving creative force behind a composition, making works created entirely by AI ineligible for registration. The organizations also stated that AI models trained on copyrighted music without permission constitutes theft, aligning with recent U.S. Copyright Office guidance. That's guidance. Remember, there's not a law that's been passed by Congress that regulates AI. I'll cover that in another podcast. Also interesting is, and despite machines' clear-cut assistance in bringing those compositions to life, partial AI works are not compensated differently. For a related fact section on BMI's website. This means that in the past you might have a human co-writer of a song who might help write a melody or add some lyrics, and that co-writer would get a share of the royalties. But now, if AI is used minimally, maybe to create most of a melody and maybe some of the lyrics, you as a songwriter then won't have to split the royalties. Finally, the most interesting part of BMI's supplemental AI registration text concerns the possibility of receiving compensation for prompt-produced creation in nations where AI works are given copyright protection, which I couldn't find any. I'm not saying they're not out there, but I couldn't find any. A possibility that the PRO hasn't shut down altogether, so maybe they're looking at future possibilities. So here are the statements from each of the three. Jennifer Brown, she's the CEO of Socan. The future of music can embrace AI and still remain deeply human. Elizabeth Matthews, who is the CEO of Ascap, we are clarifying our registration policy to now welcome partially AI-generated musical works, because we believe AI can be a powerful tool for our members as long as the law puts humans, remember there is no law, puts humans first, and technology companies play fair, of course they will, and respect the rights of creators. And then Mike O'Neill, who's the president and CEO of BMI, all music creators will benefit from this aligned approach to the registration of partial AI works that appropriately values creators' contributions and ensures they are paid properly. It almost seems like these three PROs are encouraging the use of AI creep. But how will they know what is AI generated and human created? The honor system. In light of the quick evolving situation's unprecedented nature, voluntary disclosures factor prominently into the retooled rules. Voluntary disclosures. While not required, disclosure is recommended. BMI's site states, as it helps maintain clarity around authorship and aligns with evolving industry standards, BMI will not be asking creators to report the use of AI tools that are part of production or support process and do not impact the authorship of the composition. And as many of you might not be aware, there are actually 6 PROs. The United States Copyright Office counts 6 PROs in the U.S. Ascap, SECAN, and BMI. Those are the traditional PROs operating in the U.S., along with 3 relatively new organizations, Global Music Rights, GMR, Pro Music Rights, and Alltrack, all of which were founded in the past 12 years. Watch how AI creeps into those PROs. No telling what kind of AI creep is being cooked up that we'll wake up to tomorrow. Thanks for watching my podcast. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel and like the podcast. And also, if you put any comments below, I read them all. Thanks for watching. Bye.